Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and guess what, folks? You're watching funny old guys. That's all the exercise we get all day, folks. Uh, anyway, we are jokesters. We tell jokes. So when we're old, but we're not senile yet. But we're, oh, wait a minute. Look at over there below my shoulder. You see what that is, folks? That's a bag of garbage. But
Wow, good for you.
at our house, we call it garbage. But that's another story. So let me get over there so we hide the
Like
garbage.
Target.
Oh, wait. We tell jokes, tons of jokes, and you laugh hysterically. That's the system. So before we do that, I want to introduce Dr. Fat Packer, the famed surgeon.
Well, hello there. Guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. Yeah. You're gonna laugh. Oh my goodness.
And the man who lives in the alleyway, homeless Charlie. How long have you been homeless, Charlie?
Oh, I don't know. Have no idea. It's been a long time. Could be years, perhaps.
I understand you have a girlfriend, but she's also homeless.
Well, yeah, it's sort of awkward, but we make out. We make out.
You mean you make out like you like smooch and hug stuff?
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
don't read too much into that.
The nice thing, they go on a date and he doesn't have to take her home because she just doesn't have it.
Short walk, yes.
Indeed. Dr. Fatpacker, let's start out with jokes.
Well, I'm doing a new bit here called Idiots in the News. This time around, oh my gosh, the chef at a hotel in Switzerland lost a finger in a meat cutting machine. And after a little shopping around, he submitted a claim to his insurance company. So the company, expecting negligence, sent out one of its men to have a look for himself. He tried the machine. He also lost a finger. The chef's claim was approved.
Oh,
The guy, yes. You really have to pay attention here, you know?
I'm paying attention, but I'm old. Homeless Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, I'll tell you, a guy goes into a bank with a gun and he demands money. Once he's given the money, he turns to a customer and says, "Did you see me rob this bank?" And the man replied, "Yes, sir, I did." So the robber shoots him. He then turns to a couple standing next to him and asks the man, "Did you see me rob this bank?" And the man said, "No, sir, I didn't, but my wife did."
Oh. Well, I was having surgery. In fact, it was December 1st, and the anesthesiologist was there, and I said to myself that this guy's got to be expensive. So I asked him if I could administer my own anesthesia, and you know what he said?
Wow.
No, pray tell.
He said, "Absolutely, knock yourself out." Ba-boom, ba-boom. You're talking corny, folks. Dr. Fatpacker.
Oh, this guy receives an ad in the mail for a golf resort where everything costs $1. Well, he jumps to that offer, heads out to the weekend for fun. He arrives, he plays a round of golf, costs him $1. When he goes to dinner that evening, it costs him another $1. His room is only $1 a day.
Wow.
Oh, the day before he's to check out, he heads out to play a round of golf. He stops by the pro shop and charges a sleeve of 3 balls to his room. Well, then he's checking out the next morning. He looks at the bill and he goes, "Golf, $1. Whoa, dinner, $1. Room, $1. Sleeve of golf balls, $3,000. He goes to the manager and he goes, "What is this all about? Everything's supposed to cost $1 and you charge me $3,000 for 3 golf balls?" He goes, "I'm sorry, sir, but you didn't read the fine print in our promotional brochure. It's that our golf balls cost $3,000. He goes, "Well, you know, if I wanted to spend that kind of money, I could have gone to that luxury hotel across the street and paid them $1,000 a day for a room. At least I would have known what I was paying for." And the guy says, "Well, that's right, sir. You could have done that. Over there, they charge you by the room. Over here, we get you by the balls."
Oh, what a good golf joke, I think. Yeah. Almost, Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, the other day I saw a very, very, very pretty looking, beautiful young lady, and she was homeless. And
Oh,
I asked if I could take her home. And she smiled at me and she said, well, yes. Well, the look on her face soon changed, however, when I walked off with her cardboard box.
oh,
Take her home. I got it.
that is a shame. Well, anyway, my wife this past weekend stormed into the bar where I and the boys were just getting ready to down some tequila shots. And she
Ooh.
screamed, "Get in the car, we're going home." I said, "No, I'm not." She says, "I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to our kids." That's Dr. Fatpacker.
Oh, well, this week we have Valentine's Day coming up. I don't have that much to do, but I decided I'm going to go outside a nice restaurant, and every couple that comes in, I'm going to yell, well, you moved on pretty quickly.
Oh!
Just for fun, yeah.
Homeless Charlie.
Okay, here's a good one. A blonde woman was speeding down the road in a little sports car and was pulled over by a female police officer who was also blonde. And the blonde cop asked to see the blonde driver's license. So she dug through her purse and was getting progressively more agitated. And she said, what does it look like? And she finally asked, and the policewoman replied, well, it's square and it has a picture on it. So the driver finally found a square mirror in her purse, looked at it, and handed it to the policewoman and said, here it is. And the blonde officer looked at the mirror, then handed it back, saying, okay, you can go. I didn't realize you were a cop.
Oh, well, last summer,
Yeah.
I went to Mexico City for a little vacation. Never been to Mexico before. And it was great. I went into this little restaurant and I didn't know what to order and I don't know Spanish at all. But this couple next to me had this incredible meal that was brought out of the kitchen, silver platter domed. They opened it up and there's all these beautiful vegetables on this huge plate. In the middle, there was these two large, they kind of looked like meatballs. And I said, what is that? I said to the waiter, and he says, well, that is a Mexican delicacy. Those are the bull's testicles. Very, 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 very gourmet in Mexico. I said, I'll have the same thing. So a half hour later, with great flourish, out comes my meal. I'm so excited. And they put it down. They open up the silver dome, and there's a lot of vegetables, but these two little tiny pieces of meat right in the middle. And I says, now I'm really upset. He said, that couple over there, Mexican, people who live there, they get this incredible meal with these huge testicles. And I got these little tiny, what's the deal? The waiter said, Senor, sometimes the bull wins. Anyway, where are we?
Oh, my goodness. We're over here.
Yeah, go ahead. We're okay. Time.
Okay, well, I was in the bar the other night and I overheard these two women talking at this table. And the one she says, I sleep with my husband 3 times a week. And the other one says, oh, well, I only do so once a week. And the first one says, well, you don't have a husband. And she goes, oh, I thought we were still talking about your husband.
Oh. It's just a friendly trio. Homeless Charlie. Let me just take a look here now. Let me see. Okay, you're good.
Okay, well, since it started raining, all my girlfriend has done is look sadly through the stupid window. If it gets any worse, I'm going to have to let her in.
Oh, you dirty dog. Well, Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell have merged and have formed a partnership. Okay, and they're going to call the new company Nacho Mama. That's what they're going to call the the new company, folks. Yes, indeed. So anyway, let me just see here. This is your last one there, Doc.
Oh, good. This will finish off this sheet too then.
Yep.
Look at, I asked my friend how his date went at the gym.
Yes.
And he said that she never showed up.
Oh,
He also said he guesses that they won't work out.
they won't work out. Oh, that was worse than mine, but we'll laugh anyway. Anyway, we're done.
Yeah, we can show that fun of, eh?
But before we leave, we have a point of conversation just between the three of us old farts. And Dr. Fatpacker, what's the point of conversation for today?
All right, so let's say you're reading this book.
Yep.
And you discover that the book, it's all about your life. So the question is, do you continue to read knowing that you'll know every aspect of your life, or do you put it down and not read it at all anymore? Huh? And how about you, homeless Charlie? How do you feel about that? Huh?
Oh, that's easy. That's so easy. I would just absolutely put it down right away, because who in the hell wants to go back and see all the stupid things they did when they were younger?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
How about you, Comedy Thief? Would you put that book down, or would you just read it through?
I would put it down.
Huh. Bye.
I would instead I'd put it on the television and I'd watch reruns of Lonnie Anderson. That's what I would do. What would you do, Doctor? It's your life.
I used to be in that, they look at, I was thinking more that if it was a book about my life,
Yeah.
it might go into the future. Well, and then I would read into the future, but I decided I want to be surprised in my life, and especially to be excited, about the, would she or wouldn't she question,
Well, there you go. But at our age, I'm questioning whether the hell or not we have a future. But that's another story for another time. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. We're awfully glad you watched our videos, that funny old guys. Wait a minute. I almost forgot. We invite a famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And Dr. Fatpacker, who the heck are we going to invite?
Oh, well, do you remember the show Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yes.
I think we should invite Doris Roberts. She was the best on that. Her and her husband, oh my God, they were so funny.
That's a great idea. So Doris Roberts, we want you to check in right now at funnyoldguys at Gmail.
I think she passed away.
Wait a minute. She's dead?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, darn.
Are you very sure?
Well, I'm 99% sure, yeah.
Well, that's not enough. Is she dead or is she dead?
She's dead.
She's dead.
Just did.
Well, who do we know named Doris? Doris Day.
Doris Day.
I don't know if she's dead too.
She's dead. Who do you know named Day?
Dennis Day.
Dennis Day, he's dead. I'll tell you what, folks. We're not going to invite anybody to be in our next video because we can't figure out and we've run out of time. So, this is a Comedy Thief. Let's see. I forgot my line. This is a Comedy Thief.
He's dead too.
How do you know that we steal all the jokes you've seen and heard today? And I'm saying farewell and goodbye. Pass along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell and his goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Nice that you could join us for a little while here. Oh, and before you go, don't forget to go down to the bottom there and subscribe. They say if you say it 3 times that they may remember it better. Oh, and if you have some friends that you would like to watch our show, the easy thing to do is send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and we will send you some of these handy dandy business cards that have our YouTube address on it, and you can pass them out to your friends, and you guys could all laugh together. Yeah.
And there you go. And Homeless Charlie, we want you to say goodbye and farewell to the boys and girls in Fogland.
Goodbye and farewell to the boys and girls in Fogland.
As in funny old guys. That's it. Everybody wave. We're out of here. We're gone. Everybody wave. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you down the road.